So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving permission to record this meeting. And now we're going to start the meeting. And we'll start with the introduction. And I want my personal digital assistant to go first, followed by Mr. Odalo, then myself, then Mr. Mugo. Please, when you introduce yourself, give your first name, last name, where you're watching us from, what you do for a living, how we refer to you here, and why you are here. Thank you. PDA, please take it away and put on your video so that the AI can capture. Let me turn on the AI first. I don't know whether the AI is turned on. I think the AI is now on. Let me also turn on the summary. Mary started the AI summary. It's telling me the host. I thought I'm the host, but it looks like you are the host.
Yeah, I've started.
Okay, thank you very much. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prince Odhiambo. I'm the convener of this meeting, and I'm having this meeting on behalf of Kiswate Digital Academy. We're going to introduce ourselves, and the order is first name, last name, what you do for a living, where you're watching us from, how are you related to Kiswate, and who referred you here, and why are you here. So those are the issues that you need to address. So I'm going to go with my personal digital assistant, Madam Mary Odhiambo. Please introduce yourself to us and my supporters. After that will be Mr. Odalo, then myself, and after that, Mr. Mugo, all the way from Central Kenya, Thika in Central Kenya. So please go ahead, take it away.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Odhiambo Mary. I'm a student at Chuka University pursuing bachelor degree in computer science. I'm the personal digital assistant at Kiswate, in charge of all the Zoom meetings. I was referred to Kiswate during my attachment. I was attached at UGIM Solution, a company that deals with software development. And through there, I was able to be connected to Pius Odhiambo, and I got my chance to be in charge of all the Zoom meetings taking place at Kiswate. Thank you very much.
Point of correction, Mary. I want to say that I'm not related to Mary in any other way. We just share a same name. Odhiambo is a community name in our family, from our community. In fact, I've not even met her physically. So the thing is this, I want you to make this correction. I'd already told you that you are no longer my personal digital assistant, but rather the personal digital assistant of the principal Jamhuri Secondary School. And you're going to work with Engineer Douglas to make sure all teachers are digital educators, all students become digital learners within a period of 1 year. So I've already reassigned you, but you will continue starting my Zoom meetings. But that's where the focus should be. So next time when you are introducing yourself, make sure you mention that. You mention that you are the personal digital assistant, Kiswate Digital Academy for Jamhuri Secondary School in Thika, Kenya. So having said that, Mr. Odalo, please take it away. First name, last name, where you are joining this meeting from, what do you do for Kiswate, why are you here, and who referred you to Kiswate? How are you related to me? Please take it away. You are meeting Mary Odhiambo for the first time. You are meeting also Mr. Mugo for the first time. So that introduction is very important. We don't want Mary and Mugo to get lost when you are dealing with them. Okay, please take it away.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Geoffrey Odalo. Currently, I'm joining this meeting while in Nairobi, but I'm not a resident of Nairobi. I work in Kajiado County. I work with the Teacher Service Commission as a teacher. At the same time, I'm a Dean of Studies in our school, that is Maparasha Secondary School in Kajiado County. I'm here in my capacity as the Director HR for Blue Nile Analytica, which is an associate of Kiswate. And we have worked with PIAS for a very long period of time. We knew each other with Pius well, way back when I was a second year at Kenyatta University, almost 19 years down the line now. And I'm happy to be in this meeting, and I hope all shall be well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, then I'll go next. My name is Pius Odhiambo. I originally come from Western Kenya, but I currently live, work, and study in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. I'm joining this meeting from Washington, D.C. in the United States. And the reason why I invited you for this meeting, our country is going through hard time. And the hard time is we are changing the curriculum from 844 to CBE. And the first cohort of students in the senior secondary school will come in January next year. So I'm having a series of meetings to sensitize the principals, teachers, the difficulties or the challenges they're likely to face. And we are doing a dry run from August 25th to October 19th. And in this dry run, we are coming up with an alternative way of teaching just in case the CBE system faces challenges or shortages of teachers. In our dry run that we have done in the past, experts have told us that if the Kenyans buy this idea, we are likely to reduce teacher shortages between 35% to 50%. That's why we are here. The second reason why we are here, we are going to do away with the manual register. Mr. Mugo,
Yep.
as a teacher at Kiswate Digital Academy Center of Excellence in Dhika, if you come to your school and we find you using the book, you remember the book for the class register?
Yeah.
Are you a class teacher?
Yeah, I'm a games master, but I normally use those registers.
They are class teachers, yes. When we find them using that book, when we have adopted the school from effect from maybe next year, from next year, January, then we disqualify the school from the program. The thing is, a time has come that we cannot use paper to mark register. We want the registers to be digital.
Okay.
Yes, we want registers to be digital. So the government can get authentic data, not fake data. A teacher doesn't mark the register for 2 weeks, and when the principal asks for the register, he just closes his eye and say, and he gets the principal put on the stamp and give the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education uses fake data to come up with education policies, and those education policies, when they are pushed down to the 1 inch, they don't work. That's where the problem is. The problem is not the Ministry of Education. The problem is not the principal. The problem is the class teacher who does not want to mark the class register on daily basis. I used to be in a school whereby the register was marked like, it is usually 2 crosses, Mr. Dalo, 2 crosses. So the first cross in the morning, the second cross in the evening. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. With the digitization, we will no longer mark that. Just your card. How do you call it? The ATM card, the smart card. You just swipe it at the door when you are getting attendance. And the principal is seeing, even if he's in Mombasa, even if he's in her house or his house, he's seeing, oh, Mr. Dal has not marked the register. And the principal tells you, oh, the deputy, can you please ask Mr. Dal to mark the register? Then the deputy the teacher is wondering, how did the principal know that I've not marked the register? We are digitizing everything. The register is a very important tool because it is from the attendance data that the Ministry of Education uses to come up with policies, educational policies. So if that data is fake, the policy will be misleading. If that data is authentic, the policy will not be misleading. So what we are doing is not just about me as a Pius Odhiambo or Pius Odhiambo. It's not just about Mr. Mugo, a teacher at Kijamhuri Secondary School. It's about the whole country. So consider yourself as a very important person to be used in this particular project. And that is just one. And we have like 10 of them. As we continue discussing and interacting, I'll be releasing those 10 one by one. So that is why we are here. A time has come when we have to digitize the register. It has taken me 11 years to come up with this idea and repackage this technology. That is why we are calling them Kiswate Digital Academy. So I'm originally from Western Kenya, from a very small town, shopping center called Kakara. And next to Kakara is a school built in half an acre of land. That's the school where I went to. It's called Luero Elementary School. On the other side of my ancestral home, we have St. Joseph Ochiel Elementary School. And just not very far from St. Joseph Ochiel Elementary School, we have Uyundo Comprehensive School. And a walking distance from Uyundo Comprehensive School, we have Kagonya Comprehensive School. That is where I come from. At this particular point, please allow me to recognize my dad. I had a dad who never caned me when I was growing up, but my mom used to cane me a lot. My mom used to cane me a lot when I was a small boy. So I want to recognize this opportunity. I want to take this opportunity to recognize my dad for not caning me when I was a little boy. And I also want to recognize my mom for caning me a lot when I was a little boy. It is out of those canings that I came whom I am today. And I also want to recognize my dad is out of his love for me. That I feel wholesome. I feel wholesome, not incomplete today. So I just want to say that and recognize them. My dad is very old, 8 years old. Recently we did a birthday party for him, and you check my videos, 8th news bulletin, 7th news bulletin, you will see the video and what I'm talking about. So this meeting, I just want to recognize my parents for being the best and wonderful parents I've ever had in the world. I miss them, but anyway, it is work. Work has to be done, and I have to be away, but my parents are my parents. My mother is semi-literate, and I thank her for being semi-literate. Because he was illiterate, I will not be whom I am today. Not semi-literate. My mother is 100% illiterate, but she can read the Bible. The only book that she can read is the Bible. And my dad is used to know how to read, but with old age, he cannot read anymore. So the reason why I'm thanking my mom for being my mom, and for caning me a lot when I was growing up. And the reason why I'm thanking my dad has never caned me even when I was a little boy. And at this age, I don't think he will have the opportunity to cane me. He loved me to death, even with my weaknesses. Yes, so I thank both of them. So that kind act, when I was a young boy from my parents, shaped my future and is what made me to be what I am today. So when you see your parents caning you, or when you see your parents loving you to death, even your weaknesses, they just want you to be a better person. Don't misuse the opportunity. Don't take advantage of the opportunity and become a bad person. So, for my mom, why am I thanking her? My mom comes from a family where, who is who those days. My grandfather was the security to the colonial chief, Muganda Kokwako. Odala, I hope you remember Muganda Kokwako from where you come from. That was a colonial chief, equivalent of Chief Koinange. Koinange. We have Koinange Senior School. Do you remember Muganda Kokwako?
Yeah.
Yes, very powerful. So my maternal grandfather, was the head of security of Muganda Kokwako, a colonial chief in our area, in the rank of Senior Chief Koinange. Now, because of that, one of his sons joined the police force, the East African Police Force, and rose through the ranks to become a police commissioner in Tanzania. Now, my mom being the last born, and coming from such a family where money was not a problem, only what you do with them was the problem. This is what they did to my mom. They only allowed my mom to attend catechist schools and stopped her from attending school because she was a girl. And when they went to Tanzania, she became the house head for my uncle, who was a police commissioner, was a senior ranking police in the police commissioner during the government of Nyerere, Julius Nyerere. And when this was happening, she was given everything that she needed. A few years ago, when I brought her to America, and when she arrived here, I was bragging to her, "Mama, You see how giving birth is very important. Now, without me, you ought to have not boarded a plane. Then he was telling me, aye, this is a low accent for saying, for saying, don't play around with me, don't play around with me. When I was a girl, my brother was a police commissioner in Tanzania, and we used to go for vacations. And in our vacations, we used to be choppered around with aeroplanes, with an aeroplane. And in that aeroplane, it was not us, the family. It was not the big one like this one of yours, where when you get into a plane, you are given food ambaye hata ushibi. Mimi nimekaa njaa tangu nitoke kwangu sijakula. Ile chakula nilipatiwa kwa ndege. Hata sikushiba, lakini ile ndege zetu tulikuwa tunapanda na ndugu yangu. Tunabeba chakula tunakula mpaka unashiba, which means it was a small plane like a helicopter. Chartered planes. So those were for those days. We are talking about 1960s, 1970s. Those days. He was trying to tell me that I'm not the first person to make her board a plane, but his brother made her board a plane. And now it comes with a rider. The rider is, because of this, she never had the opportunity to go to school. And she really wanted to go to school. So she sweared that even if I get married, when I get married to a house husband, I'll do everything within my ability to make sure that all our children goes to school. So I was like the firstborn. The others died. I was the one that was surviving. There's my elder sister, but the community where I come from, just like from any other community in Kenya, they don't value girls as children. They just say, huyu ataolewa tu, atakula sintapatiwa ng'ombe alafu yeye aende tu, kijana ndiye atakaa na mimi. A very bad mentality that we need to change. So that's why my sister was not recognized as firstborn. So me surviving, the only surviving child, a boy child, now I'm the firstborn. Sasa babangu hakuwa anataka kunipiga, lakini mamangu alikuwa ananipiga niende shule, na nikaenda. And she achieved her wishes. All of us went to school. Here I am. My other brothers, they are wherever they are. That is why I'm recognizing my mom today. She worked very hard. She has been disabled since time immemorial. One leg doesn't work properly. Currently, she's on a wheelchair. Even as she is in the wheelchair, she still prays for us. She still involved in decision making, even that major decision making in the family. And my dad, having realized the potential that my mom had, although he went to school, my mom never went to school. She made a deliberate decision to support my mom in everything my mom says, my mom does. She was just on the background giving support. If it is money required to go to buy a book, he was providing that. If it is security, you don't play around with me. Nobody would touch us in the village because our dad was there to protect us from bullies in the village, from those people who used to look down upon us because we were poor. We could not afford lunch. So my dad did that. So I appreciate both my parents for taking the bold step to provide the resources they had within their means to make us what we are today. Wherever they are, I'm very proud of them. They did their best within their ability. And this goes to those parents that abandon parenthood. You don't need to be a bourgeoisie. You don't need to be rich to be a parent. You don't need to have a lot of money so that you can do parenting. Parenting is just that 1 cup of uji without sugar that you provide to your child every day. That parenthood is just that message of wisdom. When there was no food, your children have not eaten the previous night, no supper, but in the morning you converge together, pray with them. Thank God for giving me the gift of life during the night. And now you are going out, children are going to school, you are going to work, and God may bless you when you go to work, you come back with hunger. That is what we call parenthood. Parenthood is also being there when there's nothing to be eaten, and you just gathered around a fireplace and you give a story, those old stories, to encourage the children, do their homework, respect teachers, don't be trouble in school. That is what we call parenthood. Parenthood is just about when there are people who want to bully your children, and they want to beat them, or they want to give them unnecessary punishment just to protect them. My dad used to fight with us. I remember those days when I was growing up as an old boy, on the day of closing school, it's elementary school, tulikuwa na hivi, I don't know whether it is there, hey, umenikosea, umenifanya hivi na hivi, mimi nitafunga na wewe. Mugo, from where you went to school, bado tunakuanga na mambo ya kufunga na wewe, mtafunga na wewe.
Kabisa.
Sasa siku ya kufunga na wewe, I was a very little bit tiny and I went to school with people who are giants. And sasa mimi naenda naambia babangu, so and so ameniambia nitafunga na wewe, atafunga na mimi. Sasa my dad would come and hide in the bush near the school. And then anagojea ule kijana atafunga na mimi. Wakati ameanza kufunga na mimi, I shout the highest noise, Baba! Anaanza kufunga na mimi, kwa kumbe she's in the bush. He will come out, chase out that boy, scare him. Everybody will run away, even those who come on locusts to see how I'm being clobbered because there was a kufunga na mimi. So it is that kind of protection that we give to our children that is called parenthood. So parenthood is not about money. So it is for this meeting that I want to recognize my 88 years old dad and my semi-illiterate mom, who that's on a wheelchair, who did everything within her means to make sure we go to school, and we went to the best schools possible. Unfortunately or fortunately, me, I've never been to big schools. The only time even in Kenyatta Secondary where I started teaching was just a very small school that was starting. In my language, we call them Uliko Liro Secondary School. Those are schools that are despised in the villages. Now, the only big school I went to was Kenyatta University. And after Kenyatta University, I managed to teach in another big school called Kiswate High School. And when I came to America, under courtesy of what we call affirmative action, I'm black, I speak English with African accent, and I'm the unique one, I'm the odd one in this society. Everybody where I walk, where I talk, they know I read this one. Which bush is he coming from? He must be coming from a jungle in Africa. He was just brought up from the airplane, and right from the skies he's dropped into Washington, D.C. city center. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't even know that chips in the United States is called fries. He has to ask for help when he wants to go and eat chips in a restaurant. That's how they view us here. That's how they view us here. So how you perceive me, that is up to you. How you perceive me, that's up to you. The kind of nickname you're going to give me, I have no control over that. Please continue giving them to me. They were given to me when I was a student. I'm one of the teachers that used to attract the highest number of nicknames. And once I realize, I promote them very fast and then they die. So there's the secret here. Mr. Mugo, if the students at Jamhuri Secondary School give you a nickname, don't jump over the roof. Promote it. Like it. Even tell them. And when they realize, you'll never get annoyed when you have a nickname, it will die, or it will die automatically. It have a natural death. So that is a small history about me, where I'm recognizing my parents, and I love my parents to death. I love my parents to death. So that's the introduction. And at this particular point, I'll allow Mugo to introduce himself. Please take it away.
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon. I'm Mugo Francis. In fact, this is my first time to join this meeting, and I'm so delighted about it. I came to learn this one from Madam Tabitha, Principal Jamhuri Secondary School, and I'm now working at it at Nairobi, where I'm really feeling so good because, in fact, we are in the days that we require now to know much about the digital or digitalization. It is true, as you are speaking about now, things like register. At times, you find out now much of the work has been done in a very short manner. So I think now it is good. And I'm a teacher at Jamhuri Secondary School, a teacher of maths and chemistry. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, Mr. Mugo, for that wonderful introduction. So we have Engineer Douglas here, who is going to be your digitization engineer. Douglas, if you're hearing me, you're going to work with Mugo hand in hand, and to make sure within a period of 1 year, all teachers at Jamhuri Secondary School become digital educators, and the following year, all students at Jamhuri Secondary School become digital learners. That's why we are taking you there. You work with Mr. Mugo collaboratively under the leadership and guidance of Madam Tabitha. So anything outside that must to be secondary. Anything outside that has to be secondary. So the other thing I wanted to say about Mr. Mugo, I want to tell you is this. I grew up during that period when teachers were worshipped like small gods. I remember very well on a weekend, we are not even in school. I'm from a church, or I'm from a church service, and somewhere along the bush, I see a teacher coming with a bicycle, riding a bicycle. Those days, even riding a bicycle was very executive. It's like owning a Mercedes-Benz right now. And because he's a teacher, because I've seen him coming, I've not done anything. I'll run into the bush, and there I'll squat, keep on checking. Has he passed or not passed? Has he passed? And when he has gone, then I come out and celebrate. I don't want teacher to see me, which means teachers were feared. Now, a time has come when we have to do away with this. Because students are customers. It must be students are clients. If there are no students, you'll not be a teacher. When I was Kenyatta Secondary, let me give you a small story. You know where Kenyatta Secondary is? And Madam Tabitha will confirm this, whether it is true or not. When I was a teacher at Kenyatta Secondary, this is what happens. And very fresh from the university. And I've decided looking for a job. I was teaching in a private school. I started teaching at Laser Hill Academy. They were giving me a lot of money. They gave me a big house. Then later, by the end of the year, all teachers, half of the teachers were retrenched, and I'm among them because I was the computer studies teacher. Computer was not a core subject. If the school was facing harder times in paying the teachers, I had to go. Then I became jobless. Then I get another school. It's called Maasai Group of Schools, Maasai Girls, not the government one. The one is Ngong, beyond KCB. The owner of that school was called Mr. Who. I've forgotten my name. It's a long time. I've forgotten his name. Then I'm brought there for the projects, KCSE projects for computer studies. There were no teachers who could handle KCSE projects for computer studies. That's why I was hired. And then the TSC, I teach there for some time, less than a year, and the TSC advertises vacancies. And all teachers who are graduates that were in that school, we go to look for the TSC job, and we didn't ask for permission. Just the principal appears in school, and all of a sudden, 3/4 of the teachers are not there. So he does his investigation and realizes these people went to look for TSC jobs, government jobs. And when we come, we are all fired. Because if you wanted to go, we are giving you time to go early. You go to your TSC jobs. And then when I'm fired, I get a job in a school opposite Safari Park. This is called Queen's of Apostle Seminary. And when I report to this school in August, the school decides to pay me money for the month of August after working only for 1 week. Then I work for the month of September. They are paying me almost twice the salary of TSC. I'm given the money of, I work for the month of September. And in between the month of September, I get information from Madam Tabitha that your TSC letter has come and you're supposed to report immediately. I go tell Madam Tabitha that I can only report at the beginning of October. Because I worked halfway, I didn't want the salary at the Queen of Apostle Seminary to go. I didn't want to miss that salary. Then I work for 2 more weeks. Come October, I get my salary. The day I get my salary, I go to the rector. The principal there is called a rector. I tell the principal, you know what? I've got a job with the Teacher Service Commission, and this has been my dream all along. I wanted to be a teacher in a public school. And I'm just coming to inform you that next week I'm not coming back. Is there anything you need from me to make sure that I don't leave the students in bad shape or the students don't miss class? Then the rector, Father Gashau, tells me, just do me one favor. Can you look for me a maths teacher? And then I'd already looked for a maths teacher. I was just waiting for me. I say, okay, next week I can come for 1 more day so that to make sure we have a maths teacher. Says that will be great. So when I bring the teacher, Father Rector finds this one very unique. And what does he do? He instructs the secretary to pay me the salary of October. So you remember I have the salary of September? I have the salary of October. And then after having the salary of October, that was like my retirement package for working in that school for 1.5 months. As I've got salary I teach for 1.5 months, but I've been paid salary for 4 months for being a honest person. That's why I was telling the people in my previous meeting, the greatest technology we have on earth is being honest. All other things, this one shall go, but honesty remains the greatest technology. If you are not honest, even these things we are talking about here will not work. Now, when I report to Kenyatta Secondary School now, I used to see some teachers, or I used to hear, even some teachers from neighboring schools who are appointed like us, going to the principal to borrow loan. No, I'm in bad shape. My rent in Nairobi is paid for 4 months, 6 months. And my fare is set aside for another 6 months. So, Madam Tabitha, if you are hearing me, that's the reason why I never came to you when I was employed as a new teacher to come and borrow money from the school because I'm in bad shape. And why did that happen? Because honesty. I've always been a honest man throughout my life. And I encourage everybody to be honest, even if it's bad or life. I've never been caught in a scandal of forgery. It could be a forgery, even cheating a principal, that I was in school and I was not in school. There was a time when I bought a car and I was driving in another station, not Kenyatta. So the principal used to associate me with the car. When he sees the car, then he sees Mr. Odhiambo. Then come that day when my car, I borrowed it out. I rented it out to make money. So I come to school. So the principal comes in, does not see the car parked because he has associated Mr. Odhiambo with the car. If the car is not there, Mr. Odhiambo is there. I'm in class teaching, but the principal is very busy asking for the deputy. I want you to stay here, the security. I want you to stay here and tell me when Mr. Odhiambo will be driving into the school, text me what time he came in. And I'm already in. Then the security says, it is now midday, the principal is away from school. And we have not seen Mr. Odhiambo, he has not come to school. And then he marks in his record in a diary that on such a Saturday, Mr. Odhiambo did not come to school. The following weekday, when I come, I'm asking the office, I'm saying, oh, why were you not in school? You did not even ask for permission. I tell them, no, I was in school. I have even taught my lesson. He called the prefects. The prefects come and say, was Mr. Odhiambo in school? Yes, he taught. Was Mr. Odhiambo in school? Yes. So you cannot associate a human being with an object like a car. That's a misconception. A misconception. So these little things I'm talking about, is what have made Kiswate Digital Academy what it is today. We just launched as a lunch program in a day school. So I don't want to regress too much. It is a meet and greet the people. I've already gone around and introduced everybody, but I would like some people to reintroduce themselves again, reintroduce themselves again. Those who came late, you will go after these people have introduced themselves because they are key staff. You have to know them. Number one is Obwar Majority Leader. Obwar, please put on your photo. Obwar, yes. Obwar Majority Leader is my field officer in my backyard in Western Kenya. And what he does when there's something to be taken to schools, I type it here in Washington, D.C., I sign it, then send it to him via email or WhatsApp. He prints it in a cyber and then takes it around the school. In some of the school, he has been mishandled, chased away by security. I was not very happy about that, and I've expelled those schools from Kiswate Digital Academy. So if you are a principal here, and Mr. Obwar comes to your school with the staff from Kiswate Digital Academy, and you mishandle him or manhandle him, you are manhandling me because he's just a messenger. So that is what he does. So, Obwar, thank you very much for coming. And on the upcoming AGM, if you are coming from outside my village and you need somewhere to sleep, this is the man that will call. His phone number is on the invitation card. On your arrival, he will meet you at the bus stop and take you to the hotel room. And make sure you eat, you shower, you do everything. So, Mr. Obwar, having said that, some of the people in this meeting are going to come for that AGM. So, can you tell us the arrangements that have been done about the accommodation? What do they provide? Do they have Wi-Fi internet? stuff like that. What are the rates for the rooms and how many rooms are there? You can say it in Kiswahili or English. Obwar never went to school. He had no money to go to school. So after doing his standard 8, he joined the nearest day school and dropped out from Form 2. I've been pleading with him to take him back to school. And he is telling me, if you take me back to school right now, who will feed my wife? Who will feed my child? And there's a point there. I said, no, I'm not going to interfere with your family, something like that. But why is he able to join the meetings? And why is he able even to generate lesson plan using the tool? Simply because we had an outfit called Samulundong from Korea. Samulundong means Dongrokdala in my Luo language, and Dongrokdala in Kiswahili, it's called Maendeleo Mashinani. It is used in South Korea. That is what we're going to use even to roll out this. So we got hold of him, opened for him the first Facebook account, installed for him the first WhatsApp, and then gave him a smartphone and taught him how to use social media to make money. This was around 9 years ago. And from that time, just that one scale, he never looked back. He never looked, regardless that he doesn't have a KCSE certificate. That's just small act of kindness to introduce him to social media and teach him how to use social media to make money and not to propagate rumors online. That skill alone has made him dine with kings. Right now, he's the public communication, assistant to some of the politicians, and therefore he's an employee of the county government of Sierra. Why did the county government of Sierra employ him? Because he knows how to use a smartphone to make money, to use social media, etc. So, Mr. Obwar, we are very proud of you. Those principals can chase you away from their schools using security. But we don't care. We'll remove them from the Kiswate Digital Academy because membership here is voluntary. And this is my intellectual property. And therefore, I have to decide to choose whom to share it with and whom not to share it with. Stuff like that. And there's a lot of effort that have gone. 11 years, not doing anything, not building those executive houses, staying away from my homeland, my country of birth, missing ugali, missing fish, missing githeri, not sleeping well to get a breakthrough. And when now I get a breakthrough, I bring it to you. I bring you as a friend, as my acquaintances, to help me roll out so that we can bring development to our community. We can save our children. We can save a whole generation of the first quarter of CBC curriculum. Then instead of promoting that, supporting, you want to frustrate us. We're going to remove you. We're going to remove you. So, Obwar, please, can you tell us what is the plan? How are our guests going to sleep? How are our guests going to dine? How are the guests going to get to the place? Can you give us the direction from Nairobi? No, you are on mute. Mute. And he's joining us from my village. My village.
Okay.
Yeah,
My name
tell
is
us where
Obwar.
you are joining us. Which center are you joining us from?
I'm from Aboke. You are a center from Aboke.
Yeah,
It's
Aboke is
only
a small center just in the border of Kenya and Uganda, not very far away from the home of one of our vice president, Honorable Mudi Awori. That is where we come from. And on the other side, we have the home of Professor Obel. Obel is known for being the man behind HIV/AIDS medication, Pal Omega. And on the other side, which home is around there that is again known? No, those are the only prominent people that we have around that are known international that we can use. Yes. From Aboke, please tell us, what do we have for our guests? And how do they
okay.
get to that place when they move from Nairobi?
When you are from Nairobi, your first stage will be at Sega, where we are having 14 single room at a cost of 3,000 each with Wi-Fi inside, and family room, which is costing 4,500, and double room 4,000 at Topsy. So from there, we will have our way in the morning to Kuala Boys.
Now, with that fee, do they offer free breakfast?
Yes, free breakfast is there and free Wi-Fi is available.
Okay, thank you very much. So from Nairobi, you get into Easy Coach or Ena Coach, and you take vehicles to Busia, Kenya. When you have passed Kisumu, you time yourself 1.5 hours drive or 2 hours drive. You can even tell the conductor. Now, Sega Town is the last urban center before you enter Western Province, Nyanza and Western Province. So in that shopping center, if you reach Bomala, you have gone too far, you have to come back. If you have reached Ugunja, you are too early. Sega is still ahead. So at Sega, when you alight at Sega, you call or text Obwar. When you are in Kisumu, you text Obwar that you are in Kisumu, he will wait for you at the bus stop. And from the bus stop, he'll pick you up. A walking distance from there, we have the Topsy Hotel. The Topsy Hotel is within the Sega group of schools. We have St. Anne Sega Township Secondary School, St. Anne Sega Girls High School, St. Anne Sega Elementary and Junior Secondary School, St. Anne's Sega Boys Elementary and Junior Secondary School. Those are the group of schools that we have there. We have St. Anne Sega Catholic Church, we have Sega Market, etc. Is a well-known place, and we are on the Beltway from Rwanda, Burundi. We have vehicles going back to Nairobi up to 11 p.m. So he will check you into an hotel. If you arrive in the evening, you will have an hotel for the whole night. If you arrive in the morning around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you will get a room there. You go rest, relax, refreshen up, change your clothes. And at 7 a.m. sharp, you get your breakfast, because we'll have a press briefing right from 5 a.m. From 5 a.m. we'll be having press briefing, and people will be following us from around the world in those press briefings. So that is that. Thank you, Boar. We just make sure that those rooms are booked, and yeah, so that you have something to sleep. So you need to tell us when you are traveling, so that we make those arrangements. You need to text Boar when you intend to travel. We need that information 1 week in advance, at least 1 week in advance, so that we make it necessary. We know how many people we need accommodation. How are they going to eat before the conference day or before the AGM? Thank you, Mr. Boar. Now, the next person I want to introduce himself is Mr. Odalo. Mr. Odalo, Madam Tabitha, this is the person you go to when you need money. When you need money to do a Kiswate project, Kiswate Digital Academy, this is the money you go to. Yes, Mr. Odalo, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pius. I'd introduced myself earlier on. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear. You have to introduce yourself because we have Sharon here. We have Kirega Anna. We want Kirega Anna to know you. And we also want Madam Tabitha, who joined later, to know you. And
Okay.
Douglas Juma. Those are the people who don't know you. Yes, go ahead, please.
So I'm Geoffrey Odalo. As you have heard my name. Right now, I'm in Nairobi, but I work in Kajiado County with the Teacher Service Commission. I am a teacher of mathematics and business studies. In Kiswate, I'm the director HR with the Blue Nile Analytica, which is an associate company with Kiswate. So as you have been told, I'm the one who is in charge of the finances also at Kiswate. So as we are preparing to go for the AGM, I believe I'm going to meet the majority of you there. And issues concerning finances, I'm going to be handling in due time. Others, I want to wish you all the best as we prepare for the AGM. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Dalo. And you failed to say that just in a couple of hours ago, I've appointed you the Kiswate Digital Academy County Coordinator for Kajiado County. If you do well, if I get 10 million students within 1 year, then will be promoted by the direction RR Global. Right now, you are not global. Yeah, so, I told you about my first boss, Madam Tabitha. He's the county coordinator for Central Kenya. For not even for Central Kenya. We have Kiambu County, and in Kiambu County, we have Central Kenya, the provinces. So, Mr. Odalo, you are not for Kajiado County. You are for the Rift Valley. Rift Valley. Rift Valley, yes. So, which means you have time to recruit county coordinators. So I'm bringing in my boss to tell her a few things how to go about it. You know, when you get somebody new, something, there's what we call orientation. I don't have time to do the orientation. So I want you to do orientation so that she can feel comfortable when she's handling the whole of Central Kenya. And you can do it bumper qua bumper. You compare notes together. And please, handle my first boss with some form of respect and decorum. It was my first boss. If she was not my first boss, I would have not known you. I would have not recruited you to Survey Tuition School. So that is it. So she enjoys special privileges. So the other thing is the school I was telling you that we have recruited in Central Kenya is going to be our center of excellence. We have a school in Thika, and maybe when you are from Nairobi, when you are from the AGM, please make an effort of visiting that site. It is our first site outside the Luo community. Do you know what? They have been claiming me. My brothers are claiming me. We own you. So everything, money you make, everything you do, you have to consider first. I kicked all of them out. My community also, the group of people who came. Oh, you are our person. You are our son. So we own you. You cannot do this thing without doing this thing to us. Sincerely, Mr. Odalo, 5 years. If I've been telling you to do something and you are unable to do, can you blame me, even if I'm your son? I've kicked them all out. Now, I'm now going to Central Kenya. I'm going to Rift Valley. I'm going to go to Mombasa. I'm going to go to Northeastern. And then when we are done with Kenya, we move to Rwanda, we move to Uganda, things like that. So the train has already left the station. We are moving very fast. There's no turning back. There's no turning back, and we are doing by referral right now. Later, we're going to advertise on the newspapers. When we start generating money, we're going to advertise in the newspaper. I remember Mugo, for the 11 years I've been working on this project, I have never earned even a single cent. The project has never fed me, has never put a plate of ugali on my plate. I've been using my own money, my own resources. Now a time has come when I'm going to get the first coin to eat from the project of 11 years. I would wish if this coin could come from my HR director. I would wish if the first coin could come from my first boss. He say, hey, I went to a school, they signed up for your project, and they are willing, we will onboard them, and within 1 or 2 months, I get a check of 1 million Kenya shillings. I'll be so happy. I'll go for vacation. Mr. Odalo, hiyo check ya kwanza nitapata after 11 years of research. Usiniulize, no accounting. Hiyo nitakula tu yote. No accounting. So don't be very strict. Don't be very strict when you come to finances when I ask you for money. Saa ingine unafunga macho. Anyway, I'm kidding. Finances have to be dealt with very seriously, otherwise the organization will collapse. Okay, so Madam, before Madam Tabitha introduces herself, I see somebody by Kiriga Anna. The first time I'm seeing this name. Please take it away. Introduce yourself, please. Kiriga Anna. Hello, Kiriga. Kiriga, can you hear me? No, Kiriga is having technical challenges, or he is on autopilot. She's on autopilot. She's on autopilot. She has just started the meeting and run away. And this is going on records. Kiriga, are you there? She's on autopilot. We don't like people who are on autopilot. Because when you give your class as a teacher, then you put students on autopilot, that will be very bad. Kiriga is on autopilot. So, Madam Tabitha, please introduce yourself to the Director HR, to Boar Majority Leader here, and there's also Sharon.
Thank you, Mr. Pius. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. I can also see you.
Yes, I'm the Principal Jamhuri, In this meeting, we have Mr. Mugo, who is a global chemistry teacher, a very good teacher of ours. And Jamhuri is in Thika, Kiambu County. It's a mixed school, and we have been adopted for the digitalization. We are very grateful, and we are ready for the process to start. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have Sharon. Sharon, please introduce yourself and let us know where you are joining this meeting from. How are you related to Kiswate and why are you here? Sharon, please, if you are hearing me. Sharon, please put on your photo. We want the AI to capture your image.
Hello, thank you so much. My name is Sharon Korio. I am Kiswate digitalization engineer. I'm joining from Kakamega.
So you are the Kiswati digitization engineer for which school?
Sega Township.
Sega Township Secondary School. And when are you reporting for work?
Date 19.
Huh?
But 19, but it's starting 22.
22nd, yes. We have Engineer Douglas here from the digitization engineer for Jamhuri Secondary School. Remember, when you face challenges, you contact Douglas. He is an electrical engineer. You are a psychologist, and sometimes technology things can fail. You need somebody to help you. So, Douglas Juma, please, can you take it away and introduce yourself to Sharon?
Thank you very much. Greetings, everyone. I am Douglas Juma Wandera. I'm currently in Nairobi. I'm working as an electrical engineer under Sham General Merchant. Yeah, I am working as a commercial. We are doing electrical installation, but I'm a graduate at PC Kinyanjui Technical Institute, where I pursued my diploma in electrical engineering. I also I'm also a computer. I'm also a computer engineering technician, where also I worked at Infinity East Africa, and also I was attached to Spotlight Electrical Engineering, where we were troubleshooting the gadgets. We were doing a lot of things. Yeah, I'm experienced in digitization, and in Kiswate, I'll be at Jamhuri Secondary School, whereby I'm happy to work with Mr. Mugo and Madam Tabita. Yeah, I can
Okay,
say.
thank you very much, Douglas. I challenge you, once you settle, go for a degree. Yes, go for a degree. Don't let that one be your comfort zone. And Sharon, you're just about to graduate with a degree in counseling. Once you settle, go for a master's degree. There's nothing you lose when you get knowledge. I usually tell people, Mr. Dalo, this is a joke that I usually tell people. There are two things that are mine, whether you like it or not. Number one, the knowledge I put on my head cannot be inherited even by my child. Number two, the food I put in my stomach, that one cannot be inherited. At the point of my death, those two things, they will never be inherited. They will go with me to my permanent grave. So as much as we invest in things that can be inherited by those who are around us, it is also important to invest in things that cannot be inherited by those who are around you. around you. So tunataka watu waende shule, Mr. Mugo. If your class can attract 1 million students around the country from schools who do not have chemistry teachers, and you tell me the number is 1 million, call me. Call me. I'll sponsor your master's degree at the nearest university, or I'll call you for vacation to America. You have clocked 1 million in chemistry, and within 1 hour, you have generated 100 million Kenya shillings for us. Oh man, you must enjoy that part of the money. Some people, when I say this, they say I'm daydreaming. Is this even remotely possible? My data science tells me so. And I've already told you the story of televangelists. They are very rich. They are leading very posh life because they had the best professors. Don't think these pastors don't have researchers. These pastors have got researchers, professors from different universities who do research for them and tell them the right message for this season is this. When you do this on a TV, alafu you preach for just 1 hour, alafu waambie wapande mbegu. 1 million of them watapanda mbegu at a cost of 100. So Mr. Odalo, if you become a preacher and your message is relevant to congregation, preach mpaka waguzwe kwa roho. Alafu waambie wapande mbegu, they let them bless the ministry. Then 1 million of them across Kenya, a country with 50 million people, sends you 100 shillings via one M-Pesa. You will be having 100 million just in 1 hour. Who earns 100 million in 1 hour? So I'm very proud to tell you, to expose this secret that had been kept by men of God, men in clothes, for many years, that the algorithm I'm going to use to run Kiswate Digital Academy, after several years of research in the United States, is the algorithm that are being used by televangelists. Can you tell me a televangelist who preaches on the TV, who is who is leading a hopeless life? Most of them are living in bourgeoisies, the kind of lifestyle we call bourgeoisie lifestyle in Essex, Ronda, Muthaiga, all of them, Lavington, and when the person who is giving the money, the person who is giving the tithe, is languishing in poverty. We want churches to rise above the occasion after collecting 100 million just in 1 hour from poor people who are dying out of stress, to use 75% of that collection to go and improve lives of those people. Then that one I'll say, oh, you are really a man of God. You will go to heaven. I'm not against the pastors. My mom is a pastor. I was brought up in a church. I hung out with the priests. I hung out with the pastors, with bishops. I dine with them. But when it comes to this, we are not agreeing. We are not agreeing. You cannot collect money from poor people, not pay taxes on that money, and not use that money to improve their lifestyle. You are like a robber. So I got the algorithm from pastors. We're going to use it to build our schools. We want, after building a few schools, we want pastors to follow suit because they use the same algorithm. And this algorithm is hidden secret. They don't tell you. When they ask them, I'm a blessed man, I was blessed by God. God does not manufacture money. God does not manufacture money. It is manufactured by human being and controlled by economy of a human being. So, Mr. Mugo, these are some of the groundbreaking research that my skill in data science has revealed to me. Mine is not from God. Mine is not from God. I hope this video, when it goes viral, I won't be an attack. Oh, my engineers, please, you remove this part of the recording from my video. I need to be safe. I need to be safe to implement this project. I need to be safe. So Douglas has already introduced himself. Obwara has introduced herself. Yes. PDA, Kiswate, personal digital assistant. Yes. And I wish you change that one to personal digital assistant to the Principal Jamhuri Secondary School. Principal Jamhuri Secondary School. Yes, please take it away. Introduce yourself to the rest of the team that joined late. Majority leader doesn't know you. Sharon doesn't know you. And Mr. Dalo doesn't know you. Please take it away. Mary, are you there?
Yes.
Please introduce yourself to those people. You're going to need them, and they're going to need you at some point.
Okay. To our new members, I'm Mary Odhiambo. I'm still a student at Chuka University, doing my degree in computer science. I'm the personal digital assistant of Kiswate, representing or working together with Mr. Mugo, Madam Tabitha, and my other colleague at Jamhuri Secondary School in Thika. And yeah, we'll be working together. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So very quickly, I'm now go to my presentation. And I move at a lightning speed. Please, you bear with me because I have to finish the presentation, so that when you get out of this meeting, you can at least, if somebody asks you that what is Kiswate Digital Academy, you can have an idea. Mr. Dal, are you able to see my screen? Mr. Dal, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
What can you see?
The Kiswate Digital Academy, I can see that screen highlight on the
Okay,
screen.
the PowerPoint slide. So I'm gonna do my presentation slideshow, and I see from the beginning. Yes, there you see. So I'm gonna move at lightning speed. Please take notes and pay attention, because at the end of it, there will be some reward. The Kiswate Digital Academy motto, many schools, one digital academy, presented by Kiswate founder, Pius Odhiambo. The date today, my personal assistant forgot to put the date, and the date today is August 6th. Yeah, so that's all about that. So these are my qualifications. I've already talked about them. Talked about them. I'm the brain behind the KD innovation. I'm a data scientist, I'm a teacher and a philanthropist, and I'm also a very good chef. A very good chef. I can fix food, I can cook githeri, I can cook ugali, I can cook fish, I can cook mboga. So my technical skills, those are my technical skills. Those who are in computer science, you understand, or in data science, you understand what it means to have those technical skills. Some of them are very expensive to learn, and we're gonna give you some of them free of charge. I'm a registered maths and physics teacher with Teacher Service Commission. My license is not revoked. It is still valid. I can easily come back to Kenya and ask TSC, post me in a school, and I go teach in Northeastern. Yeah, number 3, I'm also a substitute maths teacher with the swing in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. And right now, I'm not going to be a data scientist anymore. For the next 2 to 3 years, I've left my lucrative job to go back to teaching. I've just got a job with the government here in the United States, the state of Maryland, the county government called Prince George's County public school system. What they need now is just from Kenya, that I worked in Kenya as a maths teacher for 10 years. 4 years at Kenyatta, 4 years at Olkejuado. Those are a total of 8 years. I was also on a study leave. I think the study leave consumed part of my experience, and I was also at Riuru Girls High School for just 2 terms. They don't consider experience for less than a year, so that at least a year will not count. So I'll be looking for recommendation for my principals in those schools, the principal in those schools. My files are still there, so that I'm remunerated correctly, not like somebody who have just joined the teaching profession. So education, I'm a product of very small schools, except Kenyatta University. That's a very big school. Even my high school used to be very small. We were around 300 students when I was there. George Washington University, that is a very big school. And the University of Texas at Austin is also a very big school. And in those 2 big schools, I did not do a degree program, just some short courses like 1 year, 6 months, certification courses. So I actually don't count them. So the only big school, the University of Maryland Global Campus, a very small school, an online school for the people in the military. Bowie State University is only a university for the black, historically black people. So it started as a school for the slaves. So I'm a product of very small schools. Very small. I'm not the kind of boy that will hang with the big boys from universities like Yale, universities. We have Yale, we have Harvard. No, I'm not that kind of boy. I'm not that kind of boy. It is my creativity that is making me to join the clubs. Their club and some of the clubs I'm a member of, even some of them cannot join. It's beyond them. So it is a full testimony that it doesn't matter which school you go to. What matters that what you will do with that knowledge after you are graduated from the school. Go to Jamhuri Secondary School, get knowledge, go out and give an impact. When you are giving an impact, the people will not know that you went just through a very small school. No. A school. So those labeling and whatever, we need to remove them. Anybody can be successful from any school. It doesn't matter the type of school, how big the school is or how small. With teachers in all schools, whether small or big, they are all qualified and they are all certified by TSC. So achievements, I'm the founder of Kiswate Scholarship Fund. I've educated over 300 students and I'm still educating more. I'm the Director General of Blue Nile Analytica, the Director General of Blue Nile Analytica. I was contracted by the government of Kenya to design the data for the syllabus for Bachelor of Data Science at the Open University of Kenya. I checked on the website. I realized that my course, the course that I developed together with the others, is attracting the highest number of students in the university, and that is something very good. I'm also a member of McHugh's Who is Who in America. Now, through my philanthropist work and the videos we make in Africa and you send to me and I share on YouTube, the American people hired a team of a team of spies to go back to my home village and even every institution that I've gone to carry out what about investigation. They wanted to find out whether the videos I'm sharing online are authentic, because some of them did not believe that a black man can do such a thing. And the report that came back is that those videos, they even sent undercover FBI to those schools to pretend their parents. They want to bring students for admission just to infiltrate into the system and find out whether they are really students in those schools that are being sponsored by me or by my organization. And the result was, yes, the videos are authentic. He's doing exactly that. We have students in schools, we have students at the university, and we have some students working who are a product of this program he's saying. And they decided to honor me with a 125 old biographic organization called McHugh's Who's in America. When you go there on the website, I'll show you later, the people who are in that club are people like Elon Musk, the people like Barack Obama, people like Bill Clinton, etc. I'm not mad. I told somebody that you are mad. No, it is true. And 2 steps below Barack Obama, just 2 steps below. If all of you can support me and have this project revolutionize Kenya and solve the problem we have of teacher shortages, then I'm very sure in the next 2 to 3 years, I'll be elevated and I'll be in the same rank with Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Melinda Gates, Elon Musk, name them. Who is who? That's why it's called McHugh's Who is Who. As a member of McHugh's Who's Who, my biography is kept in their database for life. Even if I die right now, people will read about me. People will say that I used to do videos in the village in rural Africa and take students to school, students who cannot afford even a meal, students who live in grass thatch houses, students who are orphaned because of HIV/AIDS, and some of them have gone to school and they are now successful. They are now giving back to the community and the economy is improving, the country is benefiting, the public is benefiting from those services. For example, the medical doctor, when we educate a medical doctor, he goes back to the community, he starts eradicating diseases for everybody. He will not say that I can't eradicate diseases for this. It's everybody in the community is benefiting. So as a product of community, we have to give back to the community. I'm not motivated by money, I'm motivated by passion of helping. So in that database, if you hang around me and your name appears in my videos, your image appears in the video, you also be in that profile, courtesy of me indirectly. And we have 1.4 million research organization that uses that database to do research, to release money for funding, to any project that can improve on humanity around the world, not only Africa. There are some continents that are more poor than Africa. They only say that Africa is poor, but we are not actually poor. We are even richer than them. That's what I've discovered. I'll tell you how one day, why Africa is richer than some of these superpowers. So that organization is there. Go there, you Google it, you find my name there. So those are the achievements. What next now in the slide? Yes. Now, I wanted people to pay attention and pay attention very well. Anybody who will go to the AGM without attending this session, there's going to be a problem. He's going to float. Now, Kiswate Digital Academy app, the academy is an app. It's not a school. We don't have a physical building called Kiswate Digital Academy, but we are going to have several buildings around the country that are calling Kiswate Digital Academy, and these are the public schools. So in the Kiswate Digital Academy app, we're going to have 3 modules. One is called Kiswate Learning Management System. The use of this is to make you attend classes remotely, without physically present in the schools. This is what will eradicate teacher shortages. We have Kiswate Digital Library. In this kind of library, we have a type of textbook that's called Kiswate Dynamic Digital Textbook. We don't have this textbook even in America. It's my innovation, it's my intellectual property. So it is very expensive to come up with the library. They were talking about, I had an expert to estimate for me how much I will use to construct that library. They're telling me at least 500 million Kenya shillings. Kiswate does not have the capacity to have that, raise that kind of money. So we'll be asking for help from the government, from the World Bank, from the UN, from the African Union. If you are lucky, we'll go that route. But if you are not lucky, we will sell this one to the publishers in Kenya. I'll tell them, instead of making you jobless, why can't we own this jointly? Or why can't I sell you this particular part of my initiative? I develop the app, and then I sell it to, and when I'm selling, they're going to pay everything from 11 years ago when I started working on the research and whatever. Because I told them to allow me use their textbook, like they're seeing me as if I'm a con man. I'm going to con them off their textbook. They don't understand the concept, what I'm talking about. When in the actual sense, they would make more money when we do this. Because Kiswate Dynamic Digital Library is going to reduce the cost of textbooks from an average of 2,000 shillings to an average of 100 shillings. And with that, there used to be a company called Everready. I bought shares there. When this technology of solar and everything came in, Everready went bankrupt. And right now, there is no company called Everready. This is what, if the publishers don't listen to me, I'll send them all packing. I'll send them all packing, because the textbooks will no longer be 2,000, but just 100. This technology will empower the parent to buy a textbook just at 100 shillings, not 2,000. Madam Tabitha, is that not a nice thing?
Yes,
Madam Tabitha, are you there?
I'm here.
How much do you spend in the textbook? How much does the government spend on buying for you textbook for your students?
A lot.
So it's a lot, but now it's only going to be a 100, 100 shillings. So people don't believe this, but that's the reality. We'll see it when we come now. Now, after generating money, and we're going to generate a lot of money, we can't just eat this money like the pastors. It is the schools which have empowered us to get this money. It's the parent which has empowered us to get this money. And because of our technology, we are having a very big, wide coverage. 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. No, 30 million is too much. The population of Kenya is 50 million. Let's put it at 10 million of school-going children. And maybe we don't even need 10 million. If we get 5 million, we'll be good. So when we raise this money, it is our responsibility to go back to the people that have given us the money. Oh, asante, thank you. Although we are giving you service, but without you buying our services, we will not be whom we are. And it is this money, the part of the revenue that we call Kiswate Scholarship Fund, is already there. I've been running it with the money from my own pocket, but there's reached a time when I cannot run it anymore because there are so many students. And so I need a way of generating money to run the scholarship. So this is one way. So I'll take part of the revenue raised. Part of the revenue raised will be used to digitize our schools, like Kenyatta, no, not like Kenyatta, like Jamhuri, and pay fees for vulnerable students. And the principals are the stakeholders. The parents are the stakeholders. The students are the stakeholders. I'm going to say, after recruiting a good number of them, we're going to have a conference and say, hey, principal, here we are. Without you, we can't get access to the students. I'm generating this much. I'll give them access to how much I'm generating. Now, I've spent 11 years to come up with this. And you are now the beneficiaries. This is what we are raising. What ratio? How do you want us to share the revenue? And then we agree. Every year we have an AGM, we're going to agree the percentage. The percentage is not cast on a stone. It can go higher for the schools. It can also go lower, lower for me. But when I say, hey, Madam Tabitha, my dad wants me to build a home. I've spent 11 years instead of working to come work with this. I want the percentage for this year for schools to reduce a little bit. Instead of giving you maybe 40%, I give school 25%. The remaining 15%, I want that money to go direct to build my palace so that my dad can be at peace with me. A palace, when I call an AGM, then people can fit in that palace. Everybody, you don't need to go to an hotel room to book, spend 3,000. When I have an AGM, it is on my compound. Or some of my students by that time will be very successful. They will be military commanders. Some have joined the military as cadets, and they're doing very well. They are being sponsored by the military. There's some in South Africa. They're being trained to become military pilots and whatever. Maybe by that time, some of them with the chief, commander-in-chief of the defense forces. So when they come, we don't want them maybe to spend a lot of time on the road flying. You know, the compound must have maybe space for helicopters to park, helipad on top. That's the house when you go to my YouTube channel. That's the house you are seeing there. That's the dream. That's the dream. So that is that. So the principles of schools that are going to house Kiswate Digital Academy, a digital lab, will be the decision makers. They will tell us which direction they want us to take, because they're the opinion leaders. They're the people on the ground. They're the people who spend most time with our customers. They're the people that will recruit students. They know the type of student they have, the type of parents that are there. They know how this thing is going to impact this student. They know the value of that. So that responsibility is given to the principals. And I'm making an announcement today here. And when I make this announcement, I want it to go viral. Any principal that will adopt the use of our technology, when he is doing that, we come to school, we camp, or we go to somewhere to pitch a speech for us, campaigning for us. We're going to pay her or him using the rates developed by the civil service, the per diem as per the table developed by the civil service. That's what we're going to use, so that they can be appreciated, because they have the TSC job. They are not our employees. They are just our volunteers. And when they volunteer, we reward their good work. So those are 3 modules. Now, in those 3 modules, we'll have income generating initiatives. Income generating number 1 is Kiswate Digital Register. Madam Mambo, you told me the analog ID, the guy charges 500.
Yes.
Yes. Now, let's say yours is 300 students, but after we come in, that school gonna expand, maybe 1,000 or maybe even 500 students. Let's put it at 1,000. So 500 times 1,000 students from the new Jamhuri Secondary School. The new Jamhuri Secondary School in 3 years, that will be 500,000 in one day. We collect just from ID only. Now we get 10 schools like Jamhuri Secondary School. You multiply by 500,000, that will be 5 million in one day. That's just 10. I'm just talking about Central, Thika municipality only, the constituency. There are around 210 constituencies. Let me put it at 200 constituencies around the country. Now we get 10 schools in each constituency, which is very possible. So we already have 5 million from 10 schools in Thika municipality. Now 200 constituencies like Thika municipality will be 5 million times 200. That will give you 1 billion. And that's the work just done in one day. Now this 1 billion, Madam Tabitha, if I become a generous philanthropist and say half of the 1 billion will go to schools, pay workers, build those schools, I remain with a half a billion. For just Kiswate Smart ID, I'm not exhausting, I'm not robbing parents. It's just my technology. 500 shillings, which is very affordable to most of the parents when they come for admission. So I have 500 million with me just in one day. In one day. Now, Madam Tabitha, if I decide to buy an aeroplane, a private jet to be moving me from Washington, D.C. to my village or to come to Thika, alafu, the people who knew me from Thika, they say, the chief of Illuminati in Washington, D.C. has recruited his former boss into the cult movement. Madam Tabitha, do you see something like that coming up?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm just preparing in advance when it comes. Please don't be cowed by such. That's the time now you should have more energy to work more, work more. And let us have an impact in our community. And of course, the Smart ID have got several benefits, more than the 500 the parents are going to pay. I'm going to discuss that benefits later. So that is one of the income generating projects. The digital labs, when Mugo is teaching, and 1 million students joins his class, and we charge those 1 million students 100 shillings each, that will be 100 million shillings just in 1 hour. When we generate that and we decide to pay Mr. Mugo every class you conduct, and it's very successful, we pay you a million Kenya shillings. You will not be an Illuminati, just your hard work, just your hard work. Now, remote digital educator, we are training all the teachers. When the teachers become digital educators, they decide to teach in 1 or more schools. With the government, we shall reduce teacher shortage from 35 to 30, between 35 to 50%. The TSC or the government may decide to reward us and say, we're going to buy this program. When we are doing our budget, we're going to allocate some money to you. When you are using that money, we are not Illuminati. That is the third project. Now, the last one, another one is digital learner. These students are going to be digital gurus. They would work for companies in America. When they are staying in Thika, they spend that money in Thika. They're going to be impacting the economy. When they do that, they are not Illuminatis. They usually sleep during the day, but work at night because the time difference. Muta naona tu, all of a sudden, a student who graduated from Jamhuri Secondary School last year, aendangi hata kazi, mchana yeye analala, lakini usiku anafanya kazi ndani ya nyumba because other people are sleeping during at night, yeye anafanya kazi. Hao watu waonangi yeye akienda kazi. Sasa nasema, how comes he is driving the latest car in the country and we don't see him working? Where does he work? At we must be Illuminati, not Illuminati. People are working digitally, using social media and creating wealth and having impact in the whole world. Wewe ukitaka kuwa analog ya kuuza matunda kwa stage, I'm not saying kuuza matunda kwa stage when you are a Form 4 graduate is bad, but I'm saying there are better things you can do other than that. That one leave to class 8, people who do not know how to read and write, so that they can feel good when they have an income, so that we develop our country together. Now, another income stream that we're going to have a volunteer TSC registered foreign educators. Now, we're going to bring teachers from America. When we bring them, America pays them their salary for 1 year. The only thing schools are required to do is to build a house for them, residents, secure. And when they come, they're going to teach in our schools for 1 year. Now, if I bring 4 to Jamhuri Secondary School, and Jamhuri is paying a certain amount of money, let's say 15,000 per month for bomb employed teachers. So if there are 4, that is 60,000. 60,000 times 12, we are talking about 720,000. 720,000. So this project will save school 720,000. What in a year? What will the school do with that money? Digitize. Digitize school, buy computers, buy tablets for each of your students. Now, that is only in Kiswate Learning Management System. When I go to Kiswate Digital Library, I don't want to go to that because I've run out of time. Kiswate Scholarship Fund, I've already explained how that is going to create an impact. And then this poster, Tabitha, we're going to give you, and you put in the staff room and the Zoom link, credential for logging into my meetings for 2 years. I call the public lectures are here. Any teacher who is willing to come and learn how to make money using social media and whatever you create wealth can come in and attend my lectures. This is the 4th lecture I'm having. This is the 4th lecture I'm having. So we move on. Digitization process. So implementation of Kiswate Digital Academy, also known as digitization in selected schools. will take place in 4 phases. Phase 0, July 15, December 31. What will you do during this time? Will you train digital educators? Will you install Wi-Fi internet? Madam Tabitha, we're going to install your Wi-Fi internet immediately. We get the requirements. Douglas will bring our internet contractor, and we'll start with the Safaricom Wi-Fi modem. And then later, if your teachers do very well and have 75% of them becoming digital educators within 2 terms, we'll go on and we'll bring the one from America. We call it Starlink. And when you have Starlink, if the government of Kenya and Zs protest and push them to the wall and they desire to switch off internet in the whole country by the local subscribers like Safaricom, yours will not be switched off because it comes directly from the satellite. It is owned by Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is the only one who can switch it off. And because he's a businessman, he can't switch it off. And if he switches off, because we are with him in the same club, and Honorary Steve McCuse, who I'll just write an email, say, hey, Elon Musk, can you switch on the internet for Kenyatta Secondary, for Jamhuri Secondary? So that is that. Then we'll also hire computer technician. We have hired Douglas, you see there. We source for free housing for Kiswate digitization expert and volunteer TSC registered foreign teachers. So when they come to your school, treat them nicely, don't harass them, so that when they come back, don't borrow money from them. They don't like that. Don't divulge too much details about your lifestyle to them. They are going to under what? How do they call, undervalue you, so that when they come back to their country, they can give a very good recommendation about your school, and you can have more people keep on coming every year. You host foreign teachers, stuff like that. But half of them eat githeri. Don't give them sausages. Don't give them ile kuku ya grade. Utaka kuchinja nyumba, chinja kuku for them, let them witness. Just buy a live kuku kienyeji. Let's take them through the process. Some of them, since they were born, they have never seen a live hen. They have never seen a hen being slaughtered. So that will be an experience. You will see them taking photos and sharing. That's what they like. So phase 1, January 2026 to December 2008. Technically here, Madam Tabitha, what we are doing, we are taking one group of 10th grade and going with it through the way, all through the way up to 12th grade. And then we want to compare results. Schools which are using digital form or digital classes, and schools which are not embracing digital learning. How is the performance? And of course, we'll do mistakes. We have evaluation and monitoring team to come and find out whether there were mistakes. If there are mistakes, then we call a conference. How do you attack this mistake? What did we do right that we need to maintain? What did we do wrong that we need to do away with? And then come back and take another group. Let me skip this a little bit. I'll come back to it. Take another group, and we call it phase 2. So phase 2 is January 2029 to 2031. This is the second cohort of CBC curriculum in senior school, and implement it. Now it works out for us. Then what we're going to do in phase 3 from the year 2020, we will donate all equipments to adopted schools, commercialize the idea. We'll charge you the same way we charge Safaricom. It's just the Safaricom charges for its services. We shall build so many digital schools within those 6 years around the country. And we commercialize the idea. And when we commercialize the idea, if your region has done very well, your region has got the highest number of digital schools in the country or in the county, we'll appoint you as an ambassador of Kiswate Digital Academy to go, and maybe that time you shall have retired. We post you to South Africa, or we put you to Ghana and to go and start Kiswate Digital Academy in those particular countries. So our scheme of service, our plan has got all positions for people who are young, for people who are old, people who are retired, because we have realized that being retired is not being tired. Some of the retirees have served us well, too well. Kiswate CEO retired from Olikejuado High School as a chief principal around 10 years ago. And for the years, 5 years he has worked for us, he has added value to us. So it's a testament that when you retire at the age of 60, you are still very strong. Don't go to the village and start a business of a bar. Come to us if you are digital educator. We'll give you something small to keep you going. And because you are an elder in the community, we don't give you heavy load. We just want to give you some light load. The people will give heavy load at the young one. We want you just to work a little bit, and then the rest of the time you just spend your money, go party, go holidays, stuff like that, because you had already worked. You had already worked and shaped our country, shaped our future. I said I'm going to come back to this. Here again, we're going to do deploy Kiswate Digital Register, build digital labs on board 10 million students and 3,000 TSC registered teachers. Now, after 1 year of operation, from January to December, if you are unable to onboard 10 million students and 50,000 TSC registered teachers, we shall have failed. But sometimes a failure is not bad. You just need to know the reasons why you have failed. Address those reasons and move on. And we also train and identify 25 qualified digital learners from Kiswate adopted friendly schools, sponsor the 25 digital learners in 11th grade, 12th grade of the CBC curriculum. So, Madam Tabitha, I've already asked my designer to print around 10 scholarship forms. Those forms, apart from the 3 students I've already identified, some of these 25 students will come from your school. And once they embrace the digital technology and they prove to us that they can become digital learners, we're going to remove them from the ordinary classes, the physical classes, and put them in the digital lab and say these are our pioneer digital learners from Kenyatta Jamhuri Secondary School. And where will the teachers come from? One teacher from Alliance Boys, one teacher from Coast Secondary School, one teacher from Kakamega High, Mr. Mugo there from Kenyatta Jamhuri Secondary School, another teacher from St. Mary's Ukwala High School, another teacher from Umangu, another teacher from Isinya Girls, another teacher from Olkejuado, another teacher from Kisii High. So you look at these teachers, they will be the best of the best in the best schools we have in the Republic, teaching our students at Kenyatta Secondary School as digital learners. And for them, because they have embraced change, some people are so resistant to change. And they are very careful when somebody is bringing change. We will reward them. What will be the reward? The reward is that we will take over payment of their school fees, 22,500 in 11th grade and in 12th grade. And when they qualify, they go to the university and we generate money. We'll ask them, where do you want to attend your university education? Do you want to attend it in Kenya? Do you want to attend it in the United States of America? Do you want to attend it in China? Do you want to attend in Korea? Do you want to attend it in Africa, in Ghana, or in South Africa? And whatever they choose, because money will not be a problem, we'll say, Your Honor, let it be done according to your will or according to your wishes. Then I'll ask my administrator to start the process of processing passports, etc., visa, and they come. As I speak right now, I have students in foreign countries that have been supported by Kiswate. Not 100%. These ones we want to support them 100%, but partially. But the role we have played to contributed to what they do. I have another boy coming on 18th of October, 18th of flying on 18th of October. He's going to a university in Minnesota, and he has just spent 3 years doing pre-university in China. They have another one that came last year, went to a university in North Carolina. He's now changing his university to the state of Seattle because he wants to study Chinese. And there are more that are coming. So we are not just talking. We want to do exactly what we are saying. We're going to give you this video when we don't do it, and we don't explain to you why it has not happened. Please pin us down. Tell us you promised us this. What happened? Why did you not do it? Now, first cohort of advanced foreign volunteer teachers arrive in Kenya in the summer of 2029. Summer of 2027. Summer of 2027 is started September 2027. That is when the academic year starts here in the United States. So phase 2, I've already talked about that. Now, benefits. What are the benefits of this project? The benefits are participating school will benefit in the following ways. First, a transition from 844 to CBC curriculum. Madam Tabitha Namugo nimekuibia siri. Anybody that will want you, any school or principal that will need you to share that secret with him or her, please bill him or bill her. Because for me to discover the secret, I had to abandon my country, come to the United States, do research for 11 years and find out, oh, the CBC is just what is being offered here. Yes, Integration of technology in the curriculum implementation, most of our schools struggle. They even don't know what this means. We're going to tell them how to do it and ask them to do it all the time so that we are not left behind as Africans. Africa must not be a flower girl. Africa must sit in the dining table with who is who controls the world economy. We don't want it leftovers. We don't want it leftovers. Now, this thing will cut costs for running schools due to automation. Madam Principal, when we automate, you are able to see how many the teachers who are not marking the register, how many students are attending schools. You are able to automate so that you are no longer going to send students away because he has done a mistake at school, or the grade has dropped down, because the parent will be seeing that one automatically on phone and receive a message. So you'll save a lot of time. You'll also save a lot of money and resources. Now, compete with other schools in the developed world. Expose students the dictates of the job market international. Right now, companies just want to hire remote workers. People can work online. Now, if we remain traditional and we don't expose our students to the business of being digital, being online, learning remotely, and what have you, it means when these students graduate even from college or from your school, they will not get a job, because all jobs require digital skills, require them to know how to work remotely. Now, as these students learn, they become digital learners. They will be acquiring a very special skill, working remotely, working online, a skill that is required in the job market right now. In the next few years, if you cannot work online, no company will hire you. So by doing this, we are shaping their future. We are making them employable. So if there's any parent that will say, me, I don't want my student to learn through online, that parent need to be counseled. He or she is messing up with the future of that student. That student will not be able to get a job in the next 5 to 10 years. Maybe even next 3 years, because everything will be digital. Now, another benefit, Kiswate will assist schools introduce what we call digitization fee. Now, Madam Tabitha, if my team does very well in your school, and you decide to ask the parents to pay a fee called digitization fee, not too much, just a little, what they can afford, so that you can scale up, so that many of their children can benefit. That will be our contribution to your school. And when you convene such a meeting, please call my engineers to come and pitch to the parents. Waongee tu na wazazi vizuri, waelewe, alafu wakubali, waseme sisi kama wazazi wa Jamhuri Secondary School tutafanya vile Principal Tabitha amesema. Tuendelee, tusonge mbele. So we move on. So this is survey. I don't want to touch that form. Now this is the real deal now. Mr. Dalo, can you see my screen? Hello? Is Mr. Dalo on autopilot? Mr. Dalo, can you see my screen? Mary, can you see my screen?
Yes, I'm able to see it.
Yes. Mr. Dalo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
It's not the first time I'm showing you this, right?
Yes.
I'd already presented this in my earlier meeting, so I'm not going to present it here because time is gone. So here now, there's even a video here. I'm giving all of you, all the 8 of you have checked. You have 8 people in the call. Let me see if there's somebody that's going to be disadvantaged. Our board majority leader knows about this. Sharon knows about this. Madam Tabitha was in the earlier meeting. Mugo was in the earlier meeting. Juma was in the earlier meeting. Yes, I'm good to go. Okay, so when I remove myself, we are 7. So we are equal. We are equal. Now, I want you, the assignment is to use the React app to generate a lesson plan for a subject of your choice and generate the tests, the exams, and then you generate the marking scheme, the answer key. And after doing that, save it as a PDF. I'd already shown you in the video. And there's also another video here that you can follow, and then send me that work to me via email. So the first three, I'm trying to exit this. Yeah, I've exited it. The first three that people that will do that, I'm going to increase this a little bit because there are 2 meetings. I'll reward with 2,000. This one with 1,500. Oh, 1,500 is not, yeah. 1,500 and this one is 1,000. So the reason why I'm doing this is that Mr. Mungu asiniambie, asiende kwa Madam Tabitha, atinipatia allowance ya Zoom meeting ya bundles. If Mr. Mugo was paying attention, what? Hiyo allowance ya bundles unataka Madam Tabitha kupatie, itatoka tu hapa. Itatoka tu hapa. Itatoka tu kwa hii nimeweka hapa. And we also have students who are not working. Usiseme hiyo meeting ilikula pesa yangu ya lunch. Ndio hii inaisha. I'm going to return it. Position 1, 2,000. Position 2, 1,500. Position 3, 1,000. And I'm giving you up to 11:59 p.m. tonight to do this. Tomorrow is a Thursday. And tomorrow is a Thursday. Then there's a Friday. Then there's a Saturday. Then there's a Sunday. Then there's a Monday. I'm gonna send you the money. I'm gonna announce the winners through a video by Thursday night, and then send the money. And in that report, please write your official names, write also your M-Pesa number, so that when you win, I can send the money to you via M-Pesa. And the names you write must be official names in your M-Pesa account. Because you don't give them official name, the type of system I use does not accept non-official name. They have to be the official names in your M-Pesa account, stuff like that. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. So now you have an idea. I want everybody to come now. My personal digital assistant. What time is it in Kenya right now?
It's 5:47.
And the meeting is supposed to end at
6.
Yay! I made it. I have 13 minutes left. I made it. We're gonna end the meeting at 6. This time I'm not extending. Yes, please put on your video. Let's come together. Please put on your videos. Put on your videos. Everybody, put on your videos. Don't start doing the homework right now. Do it because you have to have 11:59. Very video, very good. I'm waiting for Douglas Juma. I'm waiting for my HR. HR, please. HR. Whoa, HR is an autopilot. HR. HR, are you there? HR?
Yes, I'm around.
Oh, I need to see your face, please. I need to see your face. HR, please, your face. What I'm doing right now is very important. I'm going to help you as a global teacher. Please learn from me. The way I'm making my presentation, when you start teaching, learn from me. Because I also learned from somebody. Wow, HR is going to be absent. I'm not waiting for you anymore. You are marks absent. HR, are you there? Yeah, very good, very good. Everybody, 100% attendance. I'm teaching Mr. Mugo how to take attendance in a Zoom meeting. And what I was doing, the reason why I was doing this, I was teaching all of you how to make your class how to make your class remain. The word is this: remain positively engaged throughout the lesson. Your lesson is not going to be 2 hours. The lesson is going to be just 40 minutes or 80 minutes. If you are able to make the students remain positively engaged throughout your class, you will be a hero. And I'll name you the 9th Kiswate scholar, and the 9th Kiswate scholar, your name will be inscribed. It will be inscribed on a plate that is going to be designed by the best designer from any country in the world. We're going to do that tender. And where will this plaque be put? This plaque will be put in a house that has been designed for me that I'm yet to build, so that it remains there as, how do you call it? It remains there as what?
Yeah.
There's somebody help me. Kiingereza sio mdomo yangu. I learned it from the white man. So how do you call it, Odalo? So when you declare a place, no, will remain maybe. Right now we are doing the 7th wonders of the world. Timlichoinga from Migori, Kenya was named recently as the 7th wonders of the world. You never know, that plague may remain the 10th or the 15th wonders of the world, and it will be adopted by the National Museum of Kenya. And when your name goes to the National Museum of Kenya, that will be something good for your lineage. So that is what we are trying to do. If in your first day of class, I give you 1 million students distributed all over the country, and you are able to make all these students positively engaged, the way I've done, I've been calling your names, I've been asking you do what, come on, bring you together, then you'll be a hero. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but it's something doable. So I still have 9 minutes. These 9 minutes, I want each person to just have 1 minute each in any random order, in any order. Please, what is your parting shot? What have you learned today? What have you known about Kiswate that you didn't know before? Or what have you known about Kiswate founder that you didn't know before? So Sharon, please take it away. The question is, what have you learned from this meeting that you didn't know about Kiswate? Sharon, you are muted. You are muted. If you have not learned anything that you didn't know about Kiswate, just say you have learned nothing.
Okay,
Sharon,
thank
are
you
you
for the
there?
opportunity. I've learned a lot, especially. Can you hear me?
Especially, I want to get you. Please speak loudly so that it can be captured by the AI. The reason why I'm doing this is not for me. We want to mentor thousands of Africans using this video. Yes, go ahead, please.
I've learned
What did you
about
learn that you
the
didn't know about
earth
Kiswate?
more, the scholarship,
You didn't know that Kiswate
the
gives
scholarship
scholarship?
fund.
You didn't know that Kiswate gives
Yes,
scholarship?
yes, I didn't
Yes,
know.
we do. And if you do a good job, you can be a beneficiary. Thank you so much. Yes, Madam Tabitha, I've talked to you for a couple of days now. I don't know whether it's a week or 4 weeks, but to me it looks like I've been talking to you for the last 1 year. Now, and I've sent you so many messages about Kiswate, about what we have been doing and what have you. But out of those messages, if you are reading them, those of you are watching them, is there any new thing you have learned about Kiswate that you didn't know from today's meeting?
Yes, and I've added the much that I have you have talked to me,
Yes.
and it's very useful, especially to for the country and the education sector, and especially it touched me that it is drawing back to the society and not forgetting where we started from. That
Thank you very much. Let me cut you short a little bit. And when we are doing that, hold on. When we are doing that, please don't view me as Odhiambo. I'm not Odhiambo. I left Odhiambo long time ago. It's just a on my name. Look here. I left my home village immediately after Form 4. Get into a bus. There were Kenya bus. I had my rucksack, my results slip, and my ID. And in the Kenya bus, you know the way people used to hang themselves. When I was moving from Machakos bus station to Oroma, and not even Oroma, Madare, where my cousin who adopted me used to live, the pickpocketers in the bus disappeared with my ID, disappeared with my certificate. They only went ahead. I didn't own anything, just that KCSE result slip. And they disappeared with it. Then my cousin tells me, you have lost your wealth, you have lost everything, ID is replaceable, that goes by good luck that was just a result slip. Next, later sent a certificate. So I got my certificate. And tell me, tomorrow, nilikuwa nataka kutafutia kazi ofisi, lakini vile wewe sasa umekuwa lazy, umewacha wakora wameenda na certificate zako na ID zako, nitakubeba kwa baskeli, tuende mahali nafanya kazi. He used to be a cook kwa Wahindi. Aliniambia nitakubeba kwa hii baskeli, na vile nitaendesha hii baskeli from Mathare through Thika Road to on Forest Road. There's a park there, I've forgotten the name of the park. Then Aga Khan, there he used to walk around the High Ridge area. Ukifanya makosa vile ulifanya certificate zako ziende na wakora kwa Kenya Bus, uanguke kwa barabara, mimi nitaendesha tu, nitaendelea tu kuendesha. Nasema, whoa, what is this? I thought I'm coming from the village to come to town to enjoy life. This one, na anakuambia hiyo baskeli nilishika. Na by the time we arrived in High Ridge, nikaenda kwa choo nikaomba Mungu. Alafu akaita hao Wahindi wakamwambia, hii ni kijana yangu, mpatie kazi. Alafu I still remember the name of the Muhindi, anaitwa Vani. Akanipeleka Chester House, Blue Grill in Chester House. It's a very big hotel used for politicians. Alafu akaniambia Vani, because nimeletwa mzee wa nyumbani, akasema upatia kazi. Alafu wananipatia kazi ya kuosha choo. I'm telling you, Mr. Odala, I've never told you this. Niliosha hiyo choo. Mpaka mkubwa akikuja, wakikuja, I used to see Orengo, my MP, coming there to make press conferences. Akienda kwa choo, mgeni akienda kwa choo, mimi nasimama tu hapo. Akitoka hivi na clean, naweka marashi nini, nataka sitaki yule mwingine akikuja sikia harufu ya mwingine. Niliosha. After 3 months I was promoted. I went to the kitchen. Sasa nikakuwa mtu wa mkono, akakata chakula nini. There I could now eat, I could taste the food, it was very good. Alafu wakanichukua wakanipeleka utalii college kusoma course ya 1 month. No, it was for 6 months. Sasa hiyo course nilipoenda barua ya university kakuja. The greatest mistake I made in my life, but it's not even a mistake. It was a blessing in disguise. Kazini yangu akaniambia, akaweka barua ya university huko na akaweka training ya utalii college. I was doing diploma in food production. Akaniuliza, sasa ndugu yangu, unataka kuacha kwenda university juu ya kukuwa mpishi? Hawezekani. Kama wewe utaendelea na hii training ya mkuwa mpishi, mimi nakurudisha nyumbani. If there's anything I feared is to send me back home, where I came from. Nirudi kwa shida. Nikamwambia hapana, mimi nitaenda university na nitasoma. Alafu by the time I graduated, the people who are doing the course were now managers, like hotels like Hilton, Sheraton, all those big hotels you see in town. So they started making the big money before me, things like that. So our life experiences shapes what we become in the future. So let us be very careful, be very careful with what we tell our children and what we tell our students. Now, another thing that I wanted to add on this, when I used to be at Kenyatta, mimi ni yule mwalimu ambaye anakaa Nairobi mwenye shughuli. Mimi nakujaga saa 1 nimeingia. Natoka kwa matatu na cross. I was not even using the gate, na tumia fence. Assembly nini, mimi niko hapo. Kama niko duty wanafunzi wanakuja nishafika. So I see people who are late by myself. So the students realize that this young man doesn't play. When he's on duty, he doesn't play. Sasa walikuwa on the word on the street is when they look at the duty roster, wanauliza, hii duty next week ni duty ya nani? Ni wa Odhiambo, Odhiambo. Naenda kujipanga kabisa. Siwezi hata kuchelewa hata moja. I want to take this opportunity to apologize to my students that way I use that kind of autocratic rule, that has got no place right now. We can't do that anymore. Students are our customers. They need to be treated nicely. Let us not rule by fear. Let us rule by friendship. When they follow our instructions, let us follow out of friendship and because they have seen the sense in what we're seeing. So, student, if you are a teacher or you are planning to become a teacher, the student is your greatest customer. There is no school without a student. A school can operate without a teacher. And Madam Tabitha will just hire a BOM teacher immediately, even from the street. But if the student have got 0 students. Teachers cannot teach empty desks. So as teachers, Mr. Mugo, when you go back to Kenyatta after attending this Jamhuri, when attending this meeting, be aware when you are handling a student, that is your greatest customer. That is your employer. So we move on. Oh, I don't know, it's 1 minute to go. And 1 minute to go, I want to give Mr. Mugo and we end it there. 1 minute, just in less than 1 minute, please. What is your takeaway? What new thing have you learned?
No, thank you.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want you to take.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Mr. Mugo, everything you are hearing here is new to you. Wrong selection. It's a wrong selection. Yes, Mary Odhiambo, what new thing have you learned for the few days you have been with me? What new thing have you learned today?
Okay, the few things that I'll
Just one, not many, because I'm ending meeting exactly at 6. It's already 6. Please, just one.
Okay, I've learned that I can be trained on my data science skill and it will be free of charge. Yeah.
Free of charge. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to me. When we send you to schools to make presentation, please watch this video and make sure you follow the same trend, the same format. If you have any problem, please reach out to any of my digitalization engineers to help you so that you can make the best presentation possible. It is now 11 a.m. here in Kenya. Is now 6 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to dismiss this meeting and ask my digital personal assistant to end the meeting. You can still reach me through social media, Facebook, Pius Odhiambo, YouTube, Kiswate TV. My phone number, I don't want to disclose it here. You'll get it from my digital, you can get it from my Facebook page. Send me an inbox and I'll send it to you. And let us meet during the AGM, or let us meet during the public lectures. The public lectures continue. This is the fourth public lecture, and the 5th one is going to happen next Wednesday, same time, 12:30 to 2 p.m. Please bring people, refer people to come, so that they can also benefit just the same way you have benefited from what I've said today. Thank you, Mary. Please feel free to end the meeting.